Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer. The DRFBets race of the day for Sunday, March the 10th, race number 8 at Aqueduct. We're going a one-turn mile for fillies and mares. It's the $150,000 Heavenly Prize Invitational. And you want to get down with a DRFBets account because when you sign up at bets.drf.com, you immediately double your action. You bet 100, you get 100. Let's meet the field for the Heavenly Prize. You can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Access them and handicap along with us. We'll take the field in post position order. Mike, Linda Rice has entered 3 in this race. The number 1 Sour is questionable. There is a sprint at Aqueduct next week, and that distance might be a little bit better for her. If she runs in here, she could get to the lead, and she ran really well last time out in the Interborough.
Yeah, she really did. That was a nice performance last time in the Interborough. The question I had coming out of that race, though, is, you know, how much did that turn back in distance have to do with it? Because it really felt like getting back to 7 furlongs was a real benefit to her, because her race 2 back at Laurel, it wasn't a total disaster, but it was a one-turn mile, and it seemed pretty clear that she just didn't get the distance that day, and it cost her at the end. If she runs here, she's a huge pace factor, but there is quality speed to her outside. This just feels like a tough spot for her all the way around.
The number 2 is Forever Liesel, coming off a stakes win at Aqueduct. That going the 2-turn 9 furlongs in the ladies handicap. And perhaps most importantly that day, she got a wet track. She loves a wet track. She's 4 for 7 on wet, 1 for 9 on dry. Good news for Forever Liesel is there's at least a chance for some precipitation at Aqueduct on Sunday.
Yeah, wet track definitely moves her up. But any way to slice it, the last race that she ran, the ladies, is the best race she's ever run. She was really good in there. And it feels like she's just really improving now. It's taken her a while, but she's getting really good right now. I do think there's a chance that 2-turn races are better for her than 1-turn races. Maybe she really appreciates the extra ground, but anyway, it's like she's in great form right now.
Horse they might all have to beat your morning line favorite. That's the 3, Divine Miss Gray, going out for the very sharp Danny Gargan. But we haven't seen Divine Miss Gray since November the 22nd, when she was the beaten favorite in the Fall City Handicap, a race where oddly she was taken off of the pace when it looked like she was the main speed breaking from the inside post. I like that Gargan gave her a break. She did a lot of running last year. 10 starts in 2018. I think she can fire fresh off the bench, but the question is, how short a price do you really want to take off a layoff?
Yeah, in a field like this, I don't think I would take too short of one on her. I think there are a lot of horses that can win this race. She is clearly one of them. Her form last year was great. As you said, 5 for 10, 5 stakes wins last year. She loves Aqueducts. The 1-turn mile really works for her. I feel like if Sour stays in the race, it sort of affects her a little bit because she does want to be forward in her races. But, I mean, how do you knock her, Dan? She's just been really good for Garden.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector for this race, and I want to remind everybody that Timeform US adjusts the pace projector after scratches. We have Sour on the lead currently. If Sour scratches, Road to Victory would be on the lead according to the pace projector. I would disagree. I would think Manny Franco would send Divine Miss Gray fresh off the bench and try to control this thing.
I agree with you. I think she'll be on the front if Sour's not in here. If Sour is in here, she's perfectly comfortable tracking another horse, too. So it feels like either way, I guess Divine Miss Gray can get the trip that she needs in here. It's just a question of how fast they'll go if Sour's in the race. I'm with you. I don't think Road to Victory can beat this horse to the lead.
Road to Victory, though, should sit a nice trip whether Sour is in the race or not, either second or third. She beat Monomoy Girl as a 2-year-old, and the last time on dirt she ran second to the very good Midnight Bizou, who ended up finishing third in the Breeders' Cup Distaff last year. Now, she returned off a very lengthy layoff last time out on grass, and they caught a yielding turf course that she didn't really need to like. Mark Cassie's bringing her back up here on dirt, and she should be prominent when the field turns into the stretch. What are your feelings on Road to Victory? Are you concerned about that layoff line and that she returned on grass? Do you think she was one of those early 2-year-olds that now they've caught up with her, or do you think she still has some upside?
Yeah, I think more than anything, I'm just concerned that she just hasn't really been able to do that much racing as a now 4-year-old. I mean, it's just, there's nothing but layoffs on her card, and she's run a bunch of really good races. I think she has a lot of talent, Dan. I just don't like that she never seems to make it to the races. The fact that she's coming back quickly now for a second start, I think that's a good sign. I don't mind her going to dirt. I think she's good on turf, but I think she's very good on dirt as well. To me, with her, it all comes down to price. I wouldn't take a short price on her in this race, but if she's a fair to middling price, she's the kind of horse I want to be using because I think she's talented.
If the pace is fast, here comes the 5, Midnight Disguise, who has won stakes races at 7. She has won stakes races at 1 1/8, and she has a very strong kick. No match for Frosty Ann last time out, but that's no disgrace. That one came right back to win with a 91 Beyer speed figure, and Midnight Disguise was making her first start off a lengthy layoff. I wouldn't be surprised if Linda has her really cranked second time back.
Yeah, I mean, last time off the really long layoff, it was a day when the rail was super strong at Aqueduct, and Frosty Ann got right to the front on the rail. This horse was wide, making a run down the stretch. I actually feel like she ran really well last time. And don't you just feel like when you watch her run, Dan, that you haven't seen the best of her yet? I feel like there's still a lot of improving to go with this horse. And if she takes a step forward in here and catches some pace, she's going to be really tough.
I thought the 1 1/8 was just a little bit too far for the 6 Sarah Street last time out in the ladies handicap, and she also caught the mud-loving Forever Liesel that day. She was 3 wide just inside of Forever Liesel turning into the stretch. Forever Liesel had the momentum, and Sarah Street just couldn't stay with her that last 1/8 of a mile. I like her turning back in distance here, and I like this outside post position. I think she can work out a decent trip at a price, and I do think she has some upside potential. She ran really well in the Gazelle last year, despite that distance being too far for her.
I kind of agree with you. And add in the fact that 3 sloppy tracks in a row for her. I don't know if that's her favorite thing either. I mean, there's a lot to like about her. I think she might be a little underrated. I know that the best figure she ever ran was in the Gazelle at 9 furlongs, but I'm with you. I think the shorter distance is better.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Heavenly Prize, because you're going with a little bit of a price, and that is the number 7 Split Time, who scored against New York Breds going 1 1/8 in the Bay Ridge, but 1-turn racing is no sweat for her. She's 3 for 3. If it rains, it's no sweat for her. She's 3 for 3, and I just like the way she finished them off last time out in the Bay Ridge over 2 next out 88 Beyer speed figure winners.
I really liked her last race too. I mean, they had her under the Biogio's Rose, the same race that Midnight Disguise ran in last time, and she acted up in the gate and hurt herself and had to be scratched. I guess that's a little bit of a concern. But coming back in this, here's what I like about her. Does she have to run the best race of her life to beat this? This is a really good field. Yeah, she does. 4 of her last 5 starts are 2-turn dirt races. And she's won well in those races too. I really don't think she wants to go there, but I think she's better going shorter. I think the 1-turn mile is way better for her. I think she actually fits really well in this field if she runs her best race, and she's going to be a price, and that's why I put her on top, because this is a wide open race, I think.
I'm giving Road to Victory one more chance. Heck, maybe she can't run anymore. You mentioned the plethora of layoff lines, but maybe getting back to the dirt and close to a moderate pace will work out for Road to Victory. I think she'll be getting, again, the jump on the closers turning into the stretch, and perhaps she'll be able to hold on. We know she has back class. I'm going 4-2-6-3. Give me numbers.
I went 7-4-5-2.
Fun race, the $150,000 Heavenly Prize. It's your Sunday DRFBets race of the day. If you sign up for a DRFBets account, you double your money. It's as simple as ready, set, bet. Approximate post time for the Heavenly Prize, 5:12 Eastern on Sunday. Best of luck.